We've got more information coming from the acting Secretary of Homeland Security. He's talking about how weak the U.S. border system really is. He said nearly 9 in 10 illegals recently have been released into the interior of the U.S. while they await their asylum hearings, and those 9 in 10 do not show up for their court dates. And new information from the Homeland Acting Secretary. He's effectively explaining why. Let's bring in Kelsey Bolar of the Heritage Foundation. Kelsey, here's what he's saying, that when the people coming in, they apply for asylum, and then they can, within 5 months of that, apply for work permits that let them take U.S. jobs while waiting for their asylum hearings. It sounds like they don't even show up for their hearings because they're working.
Absolutely. And look, we've known all this for a while now. This crisis has been something that President Trump has been trying to deal with his entire administration. We perhaps didn't know the extent of the privileges that these illegal immigrants are being granted once they cross illegally, which includes work permits, enabling them to get jobs in the United States. And I would just say to Democrats, if you really care about these legitimate asylum seekers, why wouldn't you want to change our immigration laws so that we can move up these court dates so that the legitimate claims of asylum, those people don't have to live in the shadows. They can actually get jobs legally and assimilate into the United States. But instead, of course, Democrats are doing nothing but stonewalling this process, and it's really hurting both the legitimate asylum seekers and Americans who are trying to live their everyday amongst this crisis.
You know, so the asylum laws are meant for the people who are truly being harmed, people suffering human rights abuses and the like. It's not supposed to be for jobs. But again, this is another loophole in the system. And the thing is, 2020 Democrats have no policies to fix the border. Mexico not doing enough to fix its southern border. What is your take on all of that?
Well, there certainly is a will at the federal level in Mexico to try to stop this mass migration. But Mexico, like the United States, is made up of a bunch of different states, 32 states in Mexico, and not every state is willing to put their foot down as much as others. So really, it's up to Congress. Congress needs to change the incentive structures and end catch and release.
But they're not going to do it, Kelsey. They're not doing it. They're
not going to do it, which is why President Trump does deserve credit for doing everything in his power beyond what he can ask Congress to do, and try to get these other countries to step up to the plate when our members of Congress are not doing so.
Quickly, you support his move to put tariffs on Mexico?
Tariffs are a tax on the American public, so that's something that I don't think is going to be helpful.
Kelsey Bolar, thank you so much for joining us. Really appreciate it. And thank you.